What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Out here in my shop. You know, hadn't been doing a whole lot of fishing lately. Just been taking care of the little boy and you know, getting some fishing tackle ready for the year. Got a pretty busy year ahead, but you know, I thought I'd jump into this and just see kind of what y'all think. Big news, if you hadn't heard in the fishing world, or I guess a little bit of big news. Major League Fishing, the league that I fish, is brought sports betting into fishing. Wired to Fish and a few other, I'm sure. I got Wired to Fish pulled up right here. You know, anytime there's an article or anytime there's something that's controversial, such as sports betting, there's always gonna be two sides of the story, or you know, there's gonna be a lot of attention brought to it, I guess I should say. And I just want to give y'all my opinion and read a few things in this article, just so I guess the fans and people who are watching this, I guess, take, you know, a little understanding too of what this really means. What does sports betting coming into fishing really mean? We had a kind of a clue that this was going to happen. Judging by the article, I don't know every little detail to this article, but a few key points I'm gonna point out. So, Bally is going to become the title sponsor of MLF's coveted Angler of the Year award for the Bass Pro Tour. So 2 years ago, I won Angler of the Year. I didn't win any money for it. They didn't have a title sponsor for that yet. All the anglers were, you know, frustrated by it, and I think a few of the owners and higher-ups in MLF were frustrated by it too, because they could tell that we felt like there needed to be a payout, or at least a first place winner, because it is so hard. I didn't win any money. There was no sponsor for it last year, but MLF put up $50,000 of their own money to the winner, which was Jacob. And so this year going forward, 2022 Bally Bet AOI winner will be $100,000. So that's a big deal for the anglers. It doesn't really mean a lot to the guys on the outside, but for us fishing, it's really hard to do. These guys are the best in the world. It's hard to win Angler of the Year. That should deserve some money. That's one key point right there. Going into the other key points that people don't read when they're reading a press release. They just say, sports betting and fishing, this is horrible. As a part of the agreement, Bally's technology will power 2 new free-to-play fantasy fishing games. The MLF Predictor game, an engaging game that offers fans a chance to make predictions about Bass Pro Tour events for prizes. This will be rolled out for a full season. MLF Fantasy Fishing will also debut for the Bass Pro Tour and the Pro Circuit. Free-to-play games will allow fans to select their team of anglers for each tournament, which is fantasy fishing. Create private leagues with their friends and family, win tens of thousands of dollars in cash prizes. Any additional details for the MLF Predictor and fantasy fishing games will be announced soon. No details are out about it, but here's what I think is what it's going to look like, if I had to guess. People think, right, you would assume that sports betting means you're going to be betting on anglers. I don't think that's the case. I don't feel like you're going to see a game where you have to pick the winner and it's going to be rigged, you know, where it can skew the results of the tournament, or I don't think you're going to see any of that. I don't feel like bass fishing is big enough for that. Vegas isn't going to be putting out money lines for any fishing tournament. They don't have, I don't feel like that's going to happen. I feel like this is maybe the beginning stages, but I feel like it's just not that's not gonna be the case. I think what you're gonna see is maybe a little game where you may have to predict a cut weight, or the closest to a cut weight, or the closest to a big fish, or something like that. Maybe you may see, but I don't think you're going to see, you know, certain anglers get picked to win a tournament. I don't feel like that's feasible. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. So I think you're going to see a fantasy fishing type event, or a type, you know, app that where you pick your team and you could win some money at the end of the year, along with maybe a little free game to play. That's pretty much it. That's all I'm seeing here. It's not going to be, you know, pick your favorite dude or the best angler, because if we do that, we just pick Jacob every time and you probably come out on top. But that's not going to be the case. So there you go. That's what I'm thinking about this. If you want to read it, you know, you can give me your thoughts on what you think. But MLF brings sports betting to bass fishing. That's the article Wired to Fish put out, and the title of it said "Breaking. What do you think of this development? Details below." This is just fantasy fishing. I read the highlight of this article: sports betting to bass fishing. I would think, oh my gosh, Vegas is putting out money lines for Jordan Lake and Andy Morgan, plus 10. The over/under for Lake Fork, I'm gonna put 10 bands on the under, because I know it's tough. It ain't happening. Ain't gonna happen. So there you go. That's my 2 cents on this little sports betting deal. I think it's a positive thing. I don't even, honestly, I wouldn't even call it sports betting. I think that's kind of that's a misused term in this deal. I think it's I don't think it's like that. I'm gonna call it fantasy fishing is what I'm calling it. Maybe with a little game added to it. You can let me know what you think about it in the comments. I'm not too worried about it. I think it's cool. I think it's engaging. I play fantasy football, no different, except I don't even win anything. I think the only thing I'm going to win is whatever the group of guys that we got in, you know, in the league. If I happen to win, we got a little money in the pot, but I'm not winning anything outside of that. And what I take from the article is you can win something if you do really well for the year. I just see Angler of the Year, there's going to be a payout, which is a bonus for us. I think it's a bonus that we're going to have people be able to pick their team, keep up with it that way. That's fun. I don't see anything wrong with that. Like I said, let me know your thoughts, and y'all take care, and Merry Christmas, and hope y'all have great holidays.